Okay, we left Cheyenne at about 6:45. The eclipse wasn't supposed to happen until 11 o'clock, so we figured 4 hours would be plenty of time. We got out here on the Torrington Highway, Old Highway 85. So, here's our Wyoming Atlas and Gazetteer, Cheyenne, and Highway 85 to Torrington. Now right here is where people jumped off of Highway 85, ran over here to get ahead on the road. So this all filled up with cars, then this all filled up with cars, and now we had to merge there, which slowed this down even further. Doggone traffic cheaters, what are they thinking? So anyway, we went through all that, and people trying to pass. It was just unbelievable. We've never seen the highway like that, ever. And except for times when I-25 is closed and traffic may detour to go through Torrington to get around that sort of thing. So anyway, the closer we got to Torrington, the more we saw little fields like this, where people are parking anywhere to get a good view of the eclipse. And some farmers were even leasing their land out at like $20 per vehicle to come park on their lands, as they've done here. So a lot of farmers made a lot of money, I'm guessing. And there were places like this, the farther north we got, the more full they were of people. Here's the city park in Torrington. It was pretty full. Things were getting pretty exciting, and we were close to time for the eclipse to start. And here's the road out north of Torrington, the state road that we decided to follow and get right up, square into the center of the path of the eclipse. Back to the Gazetteer. Here's Torrington, and this is the road 159 that we got on, and we were right about in here, I'd say, was where we pulled off the road. So we got set up, had about 6 cameras on the ground and the 2 drones flying. And this is the area, the first drone flight, to show kind of where we are. We got out north of most of the cars that were parked alongside the highways, with a few cars on beyond us, but not very many. We also set some cameras up to show the sides of the hillsides to watch the shadows as they came over, but that didn't happen as we expected. There were no shadows particularly to speak of as the eclipse overcame us. It just went from being light to fairly dark, real dark, and then back to light again. So here we are getting everything set up, and the eclipse is coming on, so I sent the Phantom up to about 100 feet above the road and above us to see what it looked like from up there. And as I say, it was, we didn't know what to expect. And what we did expect, like a shadow to come across the land, just didn't happen. The light just got dimmer and dimmer. And here you can see it happening. It turns down to where it's fairly dark. From above, we still have light coming from around the horizon, and so it didn't achieve that degree of darkness that we were expecting. This is a pan of looking around at the area under the total eclipse, and if we look straight down, it gets darker, and that's kind of what we were hoping for. So right along in here somewhere, oh, well, past it already. There it is when it got light. So that was kind of a disappointment. We thought it'd be darker than that, but it wasn't from up in the air. So the Phantoms were kind of a bust for recording this. So this is the real time of totalitarianism, and the real time total tally. This is where it got really dark, and we were just pretty tickled about this. It lasts too long for me to leave it running like this. It lasted about 3 minutes, and I found that just watching this, it was too long waiting for the 3 minutes, so I'll just cut some of this out. So here comes the light coming back now. Look how fast it came on for going from dark to light. It was a lot slower going from light to dark, but this was still quite an experience. And here it is on a time lapse on the GoPro, and this you get a pretty good idea of what it was like from the ground, other than the fact that the light never went out on the GoPro because there was light around the sun and it's too wide an angle to delineate that. Bang, there it came right back. And then the cars started going back. I mean, they were on the road heading back for home before they actually got past, till light came clear back. So we took our time and waited for this little rush to come by and headed back down towards the road. Then we turned right and headed for the interstate instead of going back down towards Torrington. And this is the line of traffic that was going the other way. The direction we were going was, as you can see, went by pretty fast. Finally, we got to the interstate, and here was the interstate stacked up, both lanes all the way to the horizon at about 30 miles an hour. That is the end.